the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit you should.
Today, it's the National Football League. Michael Dixon is the game of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing on first down. Hankins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Hankins connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Operating from the gun. Hankins got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
First down.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
The 20-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, Hankins. And this is caught. It's Cooper.
Hankins pass.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score Cowboys 7. Seahawks.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
On first down, Middleton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So first and 10 now from the 30. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So,
but when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 22. He's at the 40. The 20,
baby.
10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A first down carry by Elliott. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Hankins got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now he'll try to run with this. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Hankins. This to Jarwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Off play action. Hankins. This one caught left side by Cooper. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1 on the Seahawks 14-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Hankins. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete.
Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave a great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out. And
it's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and downfield, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hankins. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Hankins, the tight end, Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose.
He's got a man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him in football. Some of these runs now may pop big.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes against the quarterback.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And now it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Middleton. Quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense, and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
And 9 at the 3-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Hankins. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver. Great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
For Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down. Hankins, he's going to find Gallup here complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Hankins. And he comes back with one complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down. Hankins to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. From the gun, Hankins. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. As the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick is...
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Now Jones. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The final shot before break. Middleton, he's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Jason Sanders.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have them. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go to Elliott again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well.
That's caught inside the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare, because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Looking to throw on second down. Middleton. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And the Cowboy first down.
Back to throw. Hankins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hankins looking for his running back, and he's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Hankins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating from the gun, Middleton. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Young. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The end result, 21 yards.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And his kick is good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now here come the Cowboys. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Darrell Taylor racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
To throw on 3rd down, Hankins. And he's going to go down again.
Back is sacked. A loss of 12.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And taken at the 46. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Off the play fake, Middleton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Middleton's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hankins
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Hankins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
And that'll bring up second down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Throwing again.
Hankins.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. It's Flowers. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
After review of the play, the ruling on the
So
field
possession
is
still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
From the gun, Middleton. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st down, it's Flowers. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice, and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 1st and 10, Hankins going underneath, complete to Jarwin. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw on 2nd down, Hankins outright completes it to Jarwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Hankins got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Whistles now at a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hankins. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19.
Middleton's pass. Interception.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Is good.
Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Middleton letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off play action. Middleton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Touchdown.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to